out here so I can get these pearls of wisdom from the champ. Soon to be champ, I should say.
Sir, that's guaranteed.
I wanted to ask you a question. I heard that you said, I don't know if this is accurate, you prayed for your opponents before they fight you?
I do. I say a team prayer and an individual prayer. It's really not a prayer for my opponent. It's just it's my own individual prayer. My team prayer, of course, we pray team prayer, team-wise. But my individual prayer going in the lines of, Lord, I want to gain victory, I want to win, but I don't want to hurt my opponent to where he can't go back and support his family. Because, this is a brutal sport, And no matter how healthy we may come in, we never assured that we're going to leave that ring, as the way we came in. Many times, a couple of times you have seen guys come out and brutally hurt, and some have led to death. And I just never want to have that blood shed on my hands that I took away somebody's father or their son or their brother. You know what I'm saying? Even though we have so much, like right now I have so much urge in me. Like I really want to hurt this dude. Like I got so much urge, but I don't want to go to the point of, well, he can't support his family,
You're kind of like Tyson in one regard in terms of the knockouts. The guys, fought on 3 times and all this crazy stuff. Have you ever hit a guy and step back and go, oh shit, something may be wrong?
Yeah, I did. I had a Sergey Lahovich fight when he spazzed out and it should look like he was going into a seizure. That was one of the moments where it did. I think my heart stopped beating and lost breath.
Really? When
I saw that, I'm like, man, this is my prayer that I prayed for, and now it happened right before my eyes. But he was okay, even to the point where he protested against me because I hit him so hard. But it was all good. He get to live another day and fight another day, and that's what it's all about. It's all about us having this urge against each other to perform for the fans. Because let's face it, when you got so much animosity and so much bad blood against another man, and he has the same for you, it sets out for a great fight.
Yeah.
And for us, boxing being a gentleman sport, at the end of that, you're supposed to be able to shake hands and go on about your business. Everything that's what you said about me, everything I said about you, come that night, we fight it, and you go back to your life. The best man won, and hey, all right, you got the best man, maybe next time, and that's it,
It's what, 10 years since you actually started boxing, right?
It's been 6. I started in 05. I started in 05.
So yeah.
05. I started in like October 05, early 06.
Okay. So the question was, when was the first time? I mean, it's a pretty great accomplishment to win an Olympic medal after 2 or 3 years of fighting. But
a year and a half, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So, but now, when was the first time that you had in your mind, like how long were you fighting before you said, hey, I'm actually pretty good at this and I might have a chance to do something?
Well, I thought I was pretty good to even go more for the Olympics, because my story begun, I was going to be a journeyman. I didn't know nothing about Olympics. I didn't know nothing. I knew about Muhammad Ali, but I didn't know the grass of making the Olympics team and representing the country and stuff like that. You're looking at a guy that didn't know nothing about amateur boxing. I didn't even know you had to be an amateur, then go to that's how you got to the Olympics. That was my IQ on boxing. But I knew I was pretty good when in 3 months into it, when I knocked out a professional fighter. And he looked up and he said, keep this guy in the gym. And from that point on, I was just a winner all the way through. So because my whole goal was become a journeyman, make some money and support my daughter. That was what I was going to do.
You're a big dude that's, muscular and everything. A lot of times guys that generate power, kind of have that frame like you have, the long arms.
Correct.
They can snap off that. Is your power come from your hips because you're able to turn quickly into it, or do you just feel like it's a physical strength?
My power is God-given. I got God-given. I've always been strong. Ever since I was young, I've always been strong. If especially the thing about me, I'm a type of specimen that doesn't look the part. But that's why I always fool people, because I never look the part. I tell people all the time, like, they say, you're a heavyweight? I'm like, yeah, man, really? Yeah. Because they're looking for this big dinosaur-looking guy. I tell people all the time, I'd rather be the part than look the part. Looking the part is not going to get me nowhere, But if I can hit like I'm supposed to be, that's all that matters. People, oh, you small, you small legs, and this and that. Thank you, So when I do my work, then now the credibility comes to me. But I'm naturally strong.
You've heard this a million times about your competition level, but I guess the one thing that people don't ask you about is, you know, and how do you find this out until it happens? But you haven't gotten hit on the chin, right?
Correct.
You're fighting a guy that's a pretty big puncher that, you know, really destroyed Areola in back-to-back fights, and Areola was a pretty tough guy. So how do you go into a fight when you haven't been clipped on the chin to be confident that you know that guy across the ring can crack, that you can take it?
Right, well, you know, everybody can crack, everybody can hit. It's just the point of, can you hit what you're trying to hit? You know, that's the thing about it. Like, I don't give enough credit on my defense because, for one, my defense is my athleticism. You know, when a guy is trying to approach and to attack me, I'm always, my feet work, the way I can maneuver my body, adjust my body to get back before he even land clean, or if he do land, it's not all the way, it's not fully flushed through. So, you know, so it's always going to be that case, my athleticism alone. So, you know, I'm not just finna sit in the ring and just take your best shot. Just, you know, go ahead and hit me. Take it and just let a grown man with 10-ounce gloves on and hit me. I'm just not gonna do it. I got so many goals and dreams I want to do outside of boxing that for me to have a scrambled egg as a brain and can't talk, not gonna get me where I want to go, especially supporting my kids. So, you know, we by him, you know, with the Areola fight, the saying is styles make fights, and that's true because Areola's style was perfect for Bermane style. Areola, when he punches, he leans in, which leaves himself vulnerable, and Stiverne is a counter puncher. So when you lean in and you're open right there, it's perfect for a counter. You know, and he like to sit back, which brings me, and I'm a totally different person.
Let me ask you one other question, and I'll let these other guys ask. See, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like you have a broken nose, or had a broken nose at some point. Was that from boxing?
Never.
It just kind of looked like a little crookedness.
Nah, never. Never had a broken nose.
Never?
Never.
Not from sparring? Not
from sparring.
Not from anybody hitting you in the
Not
head?
from nobody hitting me. Nothing. If so, I would say so. I have no shame.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Where does your animosity toward Bermane Stiverne come from? What did he do to you to trigger, or is this something that you felt you needed to build up over time in order to bring up?
It started from an interview. Actually, it started from an interview, and it was I consider it was a jealous a rant towards me. You know, he was just one guy interviewing, asking about me, and then when he asked about me, he just went into this rage because I think it was jealousy because nobody knew who he was. He was unknown, and everybody talks about when the heavyweight division brought up, they bring up Deontay Wilder, of course, because of the knockout. So, you know, I guess he was tired of hearing my name so much, and he was wondering why everybody's talking about this guy and nobody's talking about me. So how he was using my term of name in his sentences, it was so grimy. I'm gonna show everybody he's nothing. And so I felt a certain type of way towards him. So, because I'm the type of person, if I do an interview about you, I can do it right it besides me. So, you know, after that point, you know, I said I want to see this guy. So I saw him, and I confronted him about it, and here we are.
Would it have been easy to just let it pass and not worry about what he says about you, knowing if you're as good as you think you are? Why worry about what a guy would say?
What be easy?
You know, in terms of what he said about you to generate this animosity that you've created toward him.
Well, would it be easy? I mean, this would make.
I'm just asking. Would it have been easy for you to just let it go and not worry about what the guy says? Like a sticks and stones kind of thing.
Correct. I mean, I have to do that every day with a lot of critics, with a lot of people around. I can't, you know what I mean? But due to the fact that I'm for the fight, it's just like if you say something about me, I can easily, as you say something about, write something crazy about me, I can easily let it go because, hey, you know, I'm doing my thing, I'm supporting my family, I'm happy. But if I'm finna fight you, why would I let it go? That's something that I can use toward whooping your ass.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Use it for motivation.
Definitely.
Who was that dude that you were chasing in the gym that day?
Exactly.
Deontay, speaking of that, some of your stuff on Twitter, man, that's hilarious. Are you doing that yourself, or are you having someone do it
Definitely,
for you?
we do it myself. I also have a social media guy as well too. When I'm super busy, that can keep everything in. But we agree on a lot of things. We still do.
What about with the hair?
That was all me. Most of that stuff is all me. I'm silly, man. You know, that's my everyday story about me. I'm a tall, gentle giant, man. I'm silly, and I like to entertain. You know, boxing is about entertainment. You can be a beast in the ring, but they also want to see something on the outside. And that makes me who I am. You know, nothing fake about me. Everything I do is real. It's my personality. It's who I am. That's why most fans that I have built up is because they personally love me as in my personality before anything in the ring. You know, just because I'm real. You know, some people, either you have it or you don't, and I have it. Most guys, most guys don't have it, but they try to make it seem like they have it. Sometimes you can tell when somebody's fake.
What was the hair thing? I missed it.
Well, it was just I had with the wig with the braids in it, right? Yeah. I was marking.
You got a Stiverne?
Yeah.
Deontay, because of all the people who were critics, you know, of the opposition that you fought, and Stiverne being one of them, do you see this fight as more of a, not a necessarily make or break for your career, but a make or break as far as your credibility, where if you were to lose, people say, oh, you know, we were right about that guy, but if you win, they'll say, oh, he really is the real deal.
Well, you know what? I think every fight is a make or break thing. You know, this one being on top of everything else because of the anticipation, the excitement about this fight. But I you know, like I said before, when I go back, I said, you know, people have they pick and chooses. You know, it's so many people you can't please everybody. Everybody have, just because people think Bermane is going to be my test. You know, I done had people, oh, he's a bum, he's not. You know, that's just the world that we live in. What some people may think is a test, some people may not think it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if I fought Klitschko, some people, oh, you he's nothing. You gonna be. I'd rather see you fight Povetkin or something like that. That's just the way the world works. You know, everybody got their different opinion. Everybody got their different mind of who they feel. All right, if you beat him, now you got my full respect. And that's just how it works, man. You know, because like I said, once I beat him, once I knock him out, do the unexpected. Watch and see. I guarantee you're going to find, oh, he wasn't there, he was a bum, and all this other crazy stuff. All I want is my full credit. I'm tired of sitting here and, oh, he's a test, just like the Malik Scott thing. He's a test, but then when I do the unexpected, I was surprised myself, not going to lie, you know, but I train hard, you know, and do the unexpected. All of a sudden, oh, he had to die because it didn't seem like you hit him, or how about you get in the ring? Let me show you.
Well, speaking of Klitschko, you know, you've sparred with Vladimir, you've sparred with guys like David Hay.
Correct.
Is there anything that you picked up from sparring with seasoned guys like that?
Well, just the work ethic, you know. We know that the hard part is not becoming a champion. The hard part is staying the champion, because now everybody wants you. And just to be in the camp with those guys and see their work ethic and the way they do things and stuff like that, and it just give me more security about myself. Like, man, I'm doing that, and I'm not even a champion, but I'm doing the same thing. The work ethic, the way they do things, you know what I'm saying? The professionalism inside the camp and stuff like that, the way you're carrying yourself, the right things to eat and stuff. I'm doing that, and without even being a champion. So, you know, first and foremost, that caught my eye. I'm a very observant guy anyway, just to observe them, just to see them. Especially Vladimir, he's so professional with everything, and very well-mannered with people and stuff like that, and that's my kind of guy. You know, I hang out with a guy like that any day.
Seeing as that you might be a potential opponent for him one day, do you still get phone calls to join the training camps?
Nah, I doubt it. You know what? But we gave him full respect for that. You know, for them to bring me in, we would have went to that camp for free, just because I wanted. He's the champ. He's been a champ for a long time. And I want to see what the champ. Why is he still champ? That's my bit. Why is he still champion? I got my answer.